What the fuck? He had no head to bite me. Literally had no head to bite me. That should be a highlight on my fucking Twitch channel. Like, oh my god.
How's it going, man? I really appreciate you doing this for me.
There's some serious proposing you're doing. Yo, sensitive bitch.
I love her.
You gotta give it all when you love like that, you know what I'm saying?
Want to get drunk? Get some booty in your face?
It's 8:15 in the morning.
Very progressive, listen. Mandel set is in motion. Echo choir has been breached.
Is that a lyric from something?
Hey, stop doing stuff to my car.
I just killed 2 people.
That's awesome. They had guns and knives and they were being like total dicks.
Did you call the cops? No, I didn't call the police because
I have like a lot of weed and like mushrooms in my car.
how did this happen?
I don't know, but I'm like freaking out all over the place. Babe, I have a lot of anxiety about this. I'm sorry.
Agent Howell has been activated. He killed 2 operatives with a spoon, sir.
A spoon? What?
We're terminating Asset Howell.
Why are there men in hazmat suits?
Thanks to your actions, 2 CIA assets are dead. Did you just hang up on me? Please tell me you did not just hang up on me.
Something very weird is happening to me. I keep killing people. There's a chance I may be a robot.
You are not a robot.
I ain't trying to get neuralized. Mike.
This guy is a trained killer. We made him. He's a security risk.
You're gonna blow up a town. No, help me.
I'm going to save my girlfriend.
Nice.
The old frying pan electric. We'll take my car and we'll go get stoned.
You wanna get high right now?
Okay, no, I recognize that now as like a faux pas.
Will you open?
There's a category of people that I work with that are infuriatingly talented. That connect to an audience, connect to what we do, that value it, being part of it, and caring about it. As long as they're in this world, I think you always recognize whatever it is when you see it. You're always drawn to that.
And Mark?
It's actually Mike Myers. Sorry, not Mark.
How's everybody? Good,
Anytime you get to talk about Chris Farley's a good day, man.
You want this somewhere?
Everybody cries for this, right?
Don't give up.
Yikes.
They're on the rat trap.
I haven't had sex with a woman.
I don't know how that works.
Natural ability, like you can't even talk about it, it's just natural.
He's the funniest guy ever. It was nuts.
Hello, Malibu.
I wanted my time with Chris.
Well, maybe I'm not the norm. I'm not camera friendly.
You know, when everybody's deciding who's the funniest, you go, Farley was the funniest.
You're from Wisconsin, right? Madison, Wisconsin?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful state and a very nice city. Madison, I think, is the capital of Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
All right, put your hand together for Kevin Farley. Come on, Madison. Hi, Madison. You having fun? Saturday night in Madtown. Isn't that right? I'm the one that looks like Chris the most, right? I look like Chris, yeah. But it is kind of funny, though. Like, I do look like Chris a lot, and so I go out of hotel rooms. This guy came out. I came out of the hotel the other day, and the guy goes, "You're that guy." And I go, yeah, I look like that guy. And he goes, "Honey, get over here. It's Chaz Bono." I go, "Not that guy."
It was a lot of fun growing up here. Just a lot of great memories, you know. You know, it was very peaceful. A simpler time, you know, in the 70s. There's the old haunt. The house I grew up in. But boy, when we lived here, it was pretty simple. We had a lot of fun in that house, I'll tell you that.
Chris was the middle child, the black sheep, the strange one.
He always wanted to certainly outdo me or show the younger two brothers that, you know, he was better than that. He was just always a game.
Like Americana that everyone dreams or thinks of in the 1960s, we had it all. Whatever in everybody's imagination, totally true. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
The poor world only got to see this part of the iceberg that is Chris.
We lived in a very quiet little town, Maple Bluff, little village. We were outside a lot, playing a lot. You know, my mom wouldn't allow us in. There was 4 boys in a bar. If you were shooting hoops in the backyard and Mom came out, before every shot, I'd be like, "Mom, look at this, look at me. Mom, look at me." And we're like, "You gotta say that before every shot? Mommy, look at me?" It's so clear cut, striving for attention.
What kind of a life did you and your folks have when you were a kid?
Oh, Lord, Dave, I put them through hell.
My dad was a great guy. He was a salesman, just hilarious. I mean, it wasn't a house where, you know, Dad was strict or anything like that. And he'd get home and watch the news and then, you know, stir us all up into some kind of frenzy. And then somebody get hurt and then he'd go, "All right, that's it all. You took it too far." And he started the whole thing. He liked to have the chaos.
Our family dinner table, Chris had a presence. He loved to be the entertainer, for sure.
Well, there was a lot of competition that way on who could do the funniest thing. He usually won most of the time. He just demanded it. We were probably in 4th grade and we had a bus that went across town and he would sing, "Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Jeremiah was a bullfrog." And he'd have the whole bus standing up singing it. He took his shirt off for that on the school bus and just sang it in the front.
In grade school at St. Patrick's, my mom was in the semicircle with a bunch of nuns around it, and they were saying, "You know, the students at school are laughing at Christopher, not with him."
Chris and I went to Edgewood High School in Madison, Wisconsin, a Catholic school. He lived for playing football. He was nose guard, and he just loved being a part of the football team. He always wanted to be part of the athletic crowd, you know, the jocks. And I would get like the stories that would come down, you know, like, you're Chris's brother? Are you gonna like pull your pants down? You know, and I'd be like, no. Oh, okay, well, your brother does that a lot.
And I brought my parents in to get out of the trouble and said, like, they don't love me at home. And my dad's sitting there in this counseling session going, yeah, yeah, we don't love me, yeah. Only kid in the family with a 10-speed bike. Yeah, you. So I thought I got out of that jam till we got in the parking lot, and he said, get in the car, you prima donna!
My dad would only get mad at like little small stuff, like if you were late for the car, then he'd just leave. It was just the big stuff he was really cool about, you know, like when Chris pulled his penis out in typing class. He was very cool about that.
He was constantly whipping out his dick.
All the other football players were in the typing class, and one of the older guys said, Chris, we dare you to unzip your fly and start typing. Of course, Chris did it. You know, he never said no.
The girl that saw him, she was like a born-again Christian, and I don't think she'd ever seen a penis before. She freaked out.
She's probably still in therapy.
The nun had to have a conference call with my dad about that, you know, so he had to talk to a Catholic nun about how his son typed with his penis. He was very cool about it. In fact, he laughed. It always got a laugh. But that continued on into adulthood, which was a little strange.
Yeah, I went to Marquette University.
Oh, good school.
Yeah.
When you went to college, what kind of a kid were you? Was that, you probably were a little more comfortable being away from home then?
Dave, the trouble continued.
Oh my God.
Chris goes off to college, and they don't have a football team, so he joins the rugby team, and he's never played rugby in his life.
We met in a bar called the Green Tree. Couldn't have looked more preppy if you... I never even saw anybody like that. He was dressed in his pink eyes-out shirt and those khaki pants and stupid shoes. He was there to perform. We were a good team, but we were also an alcohol-fueled organization.
He always wanted to be part of a group, you know, part of an ensemble, part of a team.
There'd be a line out, which is where like 5 or 6 guys line up and somebody throws the ball in, and Chris would just grab his shorts and pull them all the way up to what would be a present-day thong, you know, which was hilarious, but you're kind of like, I don't think that's right.
And right before the ball comes in, he'd go, ah, like he was the Claw.
It was almost like an extended family to him, because everybody was just loud and fun, and he could be the loudest and funnest.
The cliche is it's a gentleman's sport played by ruffians.
There's 3 halves in rugby. The first half, the second half in the pitch, and the third half in the party.
We'd always say that, you know, we may lose the game, but we'll win the party. And Chris was a big part of that. The other team would be drawn to Chris immediately because he was such a show unto himself.
We had fun, huh?
The girls would, some of them didn't like some of the stunts that Chris would pull. If there was a couple girls walking down the street and you said, oh, that girl's cute, he's like, hold my books, and he'd run, like start jogging in front of them.
A pretty woman would be walking by in Madison, and he would drop and do push-ups and just go 198, 199, like as if he was. But he did it with such commitment.
And it always kind of got a laugh, like, how you doing, ladies? He would do all these bits in hopes that they'd be like, you're funny.
He had some girlfriends that really liked him and saw it. But you had to have a sense of humor, you know, to go out with Chris.
Well, she dumped me like they all did. And, she was a nice gal. I remember we used to have nicknames for each other. Yeah. My raven-haired, one-eyed pixie that stole America's heart and things like
cute.
that.
And did she have a nickname for yourself?
She'd call me Fatso. And never...
If we were hanging out with, like, at a party with a keg, with a bunch of everybody with red cup, and he'd go see a bunch of girls talking with each other, and he'd go roll in the mud in front of them, and then pop up and be like, you guys, you want to go out later? You know, or say some stupid lie. So what's your number? And then just throwing the beer all over himself or just something.
We're going to show this world a thing or two. We're going to show.
That's what I love about Madison. Blacking out is like, you black out last night? Yeah. Blackout City, mother. Let's all black out tonight.
We knew we wanted to do comedy, but I have no idea how to do it at all. Now, Marquette had this new thing called the Follies, where they had bands and acts and magicians and anybody who had a talent, and they'd pack the Varsity Theater with 2,000 people, and they'd have a variety show, which is awesome. So we say we should sign up for the Follies. We got like 2 minutes. What are we gonna do? Chris takes my collar, flicks it up. He goes, "You're a cool guy." And I go, "What are you gonna be?" Chris puts on these kind of nerdy glasses and he goes, "I'll be nerd guy."
Not supposed to be here.
I go out, kind of get a few laughs, give a silly little run. Chris comes running out, full blast, trips, slides, bowling ball, knocks over his chair, 2 other chairs. The place is going berserk. They're going crazy. Lights go out. And then we're running backstage. It felt like our shirts were even were blowing in the wind of the audience, like applause and laughter. And Chris just stops and he turns to me right at the edge of the curtain backstage and goes, "This is it. This is what we're gonna do for the rest of our lives."
Did you hear I finally graduated?
Yeah, and just a shade under a decade, too. All right.